Bangsa and Negara, the Honorable Deputy Director of Academic Reputation, our distinguished Chairman, Bapak Muhammad Fahrul Ulum PhD, the Honorable Deputy Director of Strategic Studies, Bu Eni Widya Astuti, STP MSI, the Honorable our esteemed keynote speaker, Professor Derajat Martianto, the Honorable our moderator, Dr. Eva Anggraini, SPI MSI, and all participants, honorable guests, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome to the Frontier in Sustainable Agromaritime and Environmental Development Conference, FiSAED 2024. First and foremost, let us express our deepest gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Almighty God, for His blessings and guidance, which enable us to gather here today in good health and high spirits for this special occasion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Winilani Daulay, and I'm truly honored to serve as the Master of Ceremony for the plenary session of the FiSAED Conference 2024. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our deepest gratitude for the opportunity to bring together distinguished minds and visionaries from around the world. This conference serves as a platform to engage in thought-provoking discussions, share groundbreaking ideas, and collaborate on pivotal issues critical to our future. Now, in its second year, the FiSAED Conference is proudly organized by the Directorate of Strategic Studies and Academic Reputation of IPB University. This two-day conference, held virtually on December 19 to 20, 2024, connects participants from all corners of the globe. The theme of this year's conference, Frontier Agromaritime at the Crossroads for Addressing Complex Issues, highlights the urgency and complexity of the challenges we face in building a sustainable future. Over the course of this event, we will delve into four key areas. The first is science and technology for sustainable agriculture. The second is socioeconomic transformation for sustainable agro-maritime. And the third is sustainable natural resources and environmental management. And the fourth is One Health Ecosystems and Society. We are honored by your presence today and look forward to meaningful discussions and innovative ideas that will contribute to advancing sustainable agro-maritime and environmental development. To officially begin this event, let us take a moment to seek blessings and guidance from the Almighty. I kindly invite everyone to join in prayer according to their respective beliefs. For those who are Muslim, the prayer will be led by Pa Muhammad Hidayat. Now, I'll invite Pa Hidayat to lead us in prayer. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Permit me to offer prayer this morning in accordance with Islamic faith. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabi azma'in. All praise is due to you, Ya Allah, the creator of the earth and the heavens, of heart without feelers. How great is your power for those who take time to reflect. We give all our gratitude to you, the Lord of the universe, who has created humans perfectly in both body and minds, allowing us to enjoy the beauty of this world. If only we pause to reflect, we would be filled with awe. Today, Ya Allah, we gather virtually to glorify your greatness. Teach us to truly appreciate your countless blessing, so we may always live surrounded by your grace. At this moment, we humble bow our hearts and raise our prayers to you. Ya Allah, the most forgiving, we acknowledge our weaknesses and shortcomings. At times, our actions do not fully align with your commands. Please forgive us, for your mercy is vast and always available for those who seek it sincerely. Today, as we come together to use the gift of reason and knowledge you have given us, we ask for your blessing on the 2024 Frontier in Sustainable Agromaritime Environmental Development International Conference and all activities organized by the Directorate of Strategic Studies and Academic Reputation of IPB University. May this effort bring excellence in knowledge and nurture capable young minds. Ya Allah, soften our hearts and make our plans easy to achieve. Help us fulfill our responsibilities as students, teachers, scholars, and contributors to society. Expand our minds and guide us in all that we do, Almighty One. Ya Allah, the most merciful, grant us success in building a better future for our nation. Guide us in making wisdom choice in this challenging world. Bless us with intelligence and help us use it wisely. Let the knowledge we gain bring benefit to IPB University, our nation, our country, and our faith. Ya Allah, bless and show mercy to our professors, teachers, staff, and everyone who plays an important role in our lives. Guide them and always grant them your blessing and favor. Finally, Ya Allah, forgive our weaknesses and shortcomings. Make our country, especially this campus, a place of purity and forgiveness. You, the most forgiving, please accept our prayers. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا يا الله آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Pak Dayat, for the prayer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed with the Indonesian National Anthem Indonesia Raya and the IPB University Hymn. Thank you very much. The next agenda item is the opening remarks. On behalf of the Rector of IPB University, it is my great honor to invite Professor Dr. Iskandar Zulkarnain Siregar, M4SC IPU Asian Eng, Vice Rector for Global Connectivity, Collaboration, and Alumni, to deliver the opening remarks. Prof. Iskandar, please, the time is yours.
Thank you, MC, Ms. Winnie. The Honorable Vice Rectors of IPB University, Deans and Senior Leaders of IPB University, Director of Directorate of Strategic Studies and Academic Reputation, and its Deputy Directors, keynote speakers, invited speakers, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, professors, students, and honor participants. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, peace and prosperity for us. It is my great honor and pleasure to deliver this opening speech today on behalf of IPB Rector Professor Arif Satria for this prestigious event, the FiSAED 2024 conference, with the theme Frontier Agromaritime at the Crossroad for Addressing Complex Issues. I would like to begin by extending my sincerest gratitude to the organizing committees, participants, and all stakeholders who generously dedicated their time and resources to ensure the success of this event. It fills me with immense pride to see how far we have come in advancing sustainable agro-maritime development. Ladies and gentlemen, today we stand at the crossroads of numerous global challenges or megatrends, including climate change, conflicts, food insecurity, biodiversity loss, pollution, and other economic instability factors. These challenges not only threaten our ecosystem and agri-food system, but also call upon us to reimagine how we can utilize our maritime and agricultural resources for a better future. The agro-maritime sector holds immense potential for Indonesia, the world's largest archipelagic nation, to address interdisciplinary the critical issues such as food security and sustainable development goals. By integrating land and sea resources, we can leverage innovation and forward-thinking solutions to maximize this potential. IPB University aims to be a leading institution in developing sustainable and competitive innovation in agriculture, marine, and tropical bioscience. The theme of FiSAED today is aligns closely with IPB vision, which addresses multi-dimensional challenges in agro-maritime sector, which is as a core focus of IPB. FiSAED 2024 seeks to promote collaboration, innovation, and interdisciplinary approach in tackling complex issues, as previously mentioned. This event also invites academic researchers, practitioners, and other stakeholders to explore sustainable solutions to the challenges in agro-maritime. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, as we gather here at FiSAED 2024, let us remember the urgency of our mission. We are not just here to discuss theoretical framework or ideas, but we are also here to find actionable solution. I'm glad to share again the awards that has been given by Ministry of National Planning or Bappenas to IPB as the best university in Indonesia for implementing the national SDG action within the 3 consecutive years. We have to be proud of this achievement. The crossroad we face in agro-maritime development are critical, and the choices we make today will determine the future of our planet, our economies, and the well-being of future generation. I hope this conference serves also as a source of inspiration and catalyst for meaningful collaboration. We will, of course, will work together to create a sustainable future which is resilient and inclusive. On behalf of IPB University, I would like also to open this FiSAED 2024. I wish you all, the participants, to be very active and engaged in the conference. May we leave this event with the new ideas, new practice, stronger partnership, and renewed commitment to addressing the complex issue we face today. Thank you, and may our shared effort pave the way for meaningful progress. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Prof. Iskandar, for your inspiring and insightful remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, to capture this moment, we will have a documentation session, so please kindly open your camera and prepare your best smile. All right, I'll take a photo of the first screen in 1, 2, 3. Okay, the second slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the last slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much for all participants who are joining this plenary session. We would like to apologize as we are currently waiting for the moderator to join us. Okay, Bu Eva is here right now. So we will continue to the next agenda. Honorable guests, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to enter the plenary session of FiSAED 2024. In this session, we will have our esteemed keynote speakers, Prof. Dr. Derajat Martianto. This session will be guided by our moderator, Dr. Eva Anggraini, SPIMSE. Allow me to share a brief introduction of our moderator. Dr. Eva Anggraini is a lecturer in the Department of Resource and Environmental Economics, Faculty of Economics and Management, IPB University. And she also serves as the Director of Directorate of Global Connectivity at IPB University. Her research expertise includes resource economics, institutional economics, behavioral economics, fisheries economics, and economic valuation. I will now hand over the session to Bu Eva to lead the keynote speaker presentation. Bu Eva, please, the time is yours.
Thank you, Winnie. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's my pleasure to lead or to facilitate the keynote speech today, which is a very precious because we have our conference with the very important topics concerning the how the we can address the complex issues on agromaritime and how this can support the food system and transformation in Indonesia. This is a very important topics, not only for Indonesia, of course, but I believe this also becomes important topics for many countries in ASEAN or even in Asia and at the globe because of what we understand that finally currently we are facing great challenges at the global, not only due to the climate change, but also there are several other factors such as geopolitical situations that lead to disconnected among countries in terms of exchanges, goods and services, and this may influence the food system at the globe. And also we are aware that COVID, what we have experienced in the last few years, this may become another new pandemic. So we have to be ready for that. And this, of course, are very important factors that influence the food system as well. So how the agromaritime can support food system, particularly for food system transformation in Indonesia, this will become a topic for our keynote speech today. So I would like to introduce our honorable keynote speaker. He is a professor from IPB in the food science or nutrition related fields, Prof. Derajat Martianto. So welcome, Prof. Derajat.
Hello, good morning, Eva. Good morning
Good
to all
morning,
of you.
Prof. Very nice to see you
It's very nice to see you too.
in the screen. Hope to see you also
Okay.
in person, Prof. And Prof. Derajat, currently he serves as a head of International Research Institute for Food, Nutrition, and Health at IPB University. So our IRI for Food, Nutrition, and Health have a really important assignment to lead joint international research on food, food system and health and nutrition. So particularly for in the case of Indonesia, that we know that food system has been, food security has become a very crucial or important field that being paid attention or by the new leadership of Indonesia. So how Indonesia can be leading in food security, can secure the accessibility of the food to the populations. And of course, not only for Indonesia, for the sake of Indonesia, but Indonesia should also think about its neighborhood, ASEAN countries, Asia, because we are now closely depend or related to each other. So addressing is this complex issue. So Prof. Derajat will give us some important insights on how Agromaritime 4.0, particularly for 4.0, because we also want to utilize or optimize the technology, particular for digital technology, to make it more efficient, more and more creating more value for the society. And so how Agromaritime 4.0 can support food system transformation in Indonesia, that would be the topics that will be delivered by Prof. Derajat Martianto this morning. So without further ado, so I would like to invite Prof. Derajat to deliver his speech.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Eva, for very, very nice and very comprehensive introduction for this session. Very good morning to all of you in Indonesia time, distinguished guests, distinguished colleagues, and also honored participants, and also for all of the resource person in this very prestigious event. Okay, thank you very much for inviting me and assign me actually as a speaker for this important moment. And it is my great honor and pleasure, of course, to be invited to deliver a keynote speech in this prestigious event. So this FiSAED 2024 is, I think, it's very well knowledge by all of the scientists in the, particularly in the agricultural world. And today, as Ibu Eva already mentioned, I will try to deliver something that maybe not really new for all of you, but I do hope that it will able to at least stimulate new thinking from all of you who are joined in this meeting. So I will deliver a speech which is entitled on how Agromaritime 4.0 can support the food system transformation in Indonesia. So I also will begin this session by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to all of the organizing committee, participants, and also stakeholders who contribute their time and effort to the success of this event. I will start my presentation, sorry. So this is the title of my presentation, and I will speak, or I will deliver three aspects of this presentation. First, I will show you the data, the information with regard to the Indonesian food security and food system situation at present. And then secondly, I will bring you to discuss about the Indonesia food system transformation, what is the direction, where will we go to transform. And then at the last part, I will discuss about how the role of Agromaritime 4.0 and the role of IPB University in the leveraging the food security in the framework of Agromaritime 4.0. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the economic progress of Indonesia in the last 3 to 4 decades, unfortunately, we still have problems in food security, particularly in the nutritional status of the population, because at present, we are at the same time facing what we call as a triple burden of malnutrition. This means that at the same time, we found the problem of underweight, and together also with the overweight and the micronutrient deficiency at the same time. We have a big problem for the stunting of the children, particularly stunting among the under 5 children. Although there's great progress in the last 10 years. When we started with 10 years ago, around 37%, the prevalence now is going to 21.5%. So it's a very sharp decrease in this last 2 decades. But still, this is the categorized as a moderate serious problem, according to WHO, according to, yes, WHO. And then the other problem is we still have a problem on the micronutrient deficiency, which is also usually called as the hidden hunger. Why? Because those who are under the problem of micronutrient deficiency, for example, iodine deficiency disorders, and then anemia deficiency, iron deficiency of anemia, and then also the vitamin A deficiency, which is still prevalent in Indonesia. Usually we cannot see whether they are under the problem or not, because it's supposed to be clinically assessed. But in fact, we have these 3 problems at the same time. And unfortunately, we have also overweight increase of the prevalence at the moment. While at the other side, we still have a micronutrient deficiency and also stunting and underweight problem. And this is the one that I think serious things that we have, that Indonesia have to face. Among the 113 countries at present, we are at the rank of 63rd in the Global Food Security Index. Of course, we achieved some progress. 10 years ago, our rank is at 75 out of 113 countries, but now it's become 63 after almost 10 years. We achieved so many progress, particularly in the increasing the availability of food from the domestic, and also particularly from the domestic production also, although we still have a problem on that. But the most problem that we are facing is on the particularly food safety, the quality, and the availability of the high quality of food, particularly the protein sources and also the micronutrient sources, which is very much important for the Indonesian people, particularly for the children who are still growing and need to achieve the potential growth and development of their brain. That is very much important to in this very competitive era, because we really have to fight to improve our children quality, nutritional status quality, to be able to become productive in the future, to be able to become a competitive in the global world. And as I mentioned, actually, despite of the progress, we still have facing a serious problem of the food quality and safety. Particularly, we still have some foodborne diseases outbreak sometimes, and also, the most important thing is for the most people in Indonesia, the quality of the diet is still low. I will show you the data later on. And then we're also happy actually that we achieved some progress in providing the halal food and competing with other country in this production and trading of the halal food. But we do believe that we can still able to increase more and more, and that's why IPP is now just preparing for the development of the halal. We have already the Center for the Halal Science, but now we are preparing the buildings for and also the expert for the halal center at IPP. And continuing on my the data and information, yeah, despite the progress I mentioned before, that we still have a problem. As I mentioned, we have a triple burden of malnutrition in terms of consumption, food consumption. We still have a problem with 8 out of 100 people in Indonesia is undernourished. Undernourished means that their diet is not fulfilled at least 70% of the requirement, particularly the energy requirement. And if you look at this data, if you look at this figure, for the Indonesian, actually, if we are talking about the hunger, actually, it is about hunger, really hunger, it is little bit not relevant because most of the Indonesian actually able to buy the energy sufficient diet. So there's only less than 1% who are not able to buy the to afford the energy sufficient diet according to the latest study of WFP in Indonesia. But the problem, as I mentioned before, is the quality of the diet because the nutrient adequate diet and the healthy diet is much more expensive. If we are talking about the healthy diet, the price it can be 3 to 5 times compared to the energy sufficient diet. So that's why for the energy sufficient diet, almost all of the people able to afford, and unfortunately for the healthy diet, it is only 1 out of 2 people who are able to afford. Yeah, this is our big problem. That's why in the Global Food Security Index, we still have a serious problem in this aspect. And the other problem that we are facing is we have a big problem in the food loss and waste because almost 1/3 of our food availability has become waste due to loss. Loss is usually associated with the poor technology in the post-harvest, in the processing, in the distribution. But the problem which is increased in the last 20 years is the food waste. Before, food loss is higher than food waste, but now food waste is greater than food loss. This means that the side of we may be able to solve of some of the technology and the food post-harvest area, but unfortunately the people, the community have changed their what do you call their behavior, which is not respectful to the food, which is indicated by higher and higher of the food waste. This is a problem of our behavior rather than problem of technology. So in terms of food security, it is important that we are not only deal with the hard technology, but we have also to be aware also to the social aspect, the cultural aspect of food, which can very much important in changes in conducting the BCC or behavioral change communication. Also, it's very important to reduce our food waste because most of this because of the poor behavior of the community rather than the technology that we face. And as it was mentioned by Prof. Iskandar, that Indonesia is an archipelagic country. We have, according to statistics, more than 17 islands in Indonesia, with the very diverse of the potential agroecological potential. And you can see here at this map that in some areas it is colored red or even dark red, which is indicate that in this area, their food production do not able to meet their requirement in this specific area. That means that all of the food that they consume supposed to be transported from the green area in other part of Indonesia, and maybe sometimes it is also imported from other countries. So we set of food production, we have also a problem of a big problem of the transportation, and it will imply for the transportation costs. According to Central Bureau of Statistics, the transportation cost of food in Indonesia range from 25 to 45% of the commodity price. So you can imagine the more efficient the transportation, the logistic will be able to increase the affordability of the quality, the higher quality food for the most of Indonesian. So this is also our big challenge that we have to control. And with all of those problems that we are facing, the question is what will we do, and how the Indonesian food system supposed to transform? Yeah, if we look at this, if we are going to the FAO office in Rome, yeah, so we can see in the preamble of the Constitution of the Food and Agricultural Organization, that actually the objective of providing food for the country, for the community is not only just to provide food, not just to make food is available in the market, in the store, yeah. But the most important is how we can provide an adequate quality, adequate quantity of food, and it's supposed to have a positive impact in rising level of nutrition and standard of living of the population. So if we are only able to provide food, if we are only able to increase the productivity, the production, that is not a finished agenda. We still have so many things to do, and our work is not only deal with how to improve the technology aspect for the increasing production. Logistic is also very important, but the also important is we have to educate the people to be able to wisely buy, wisely consume the food, and make a lesser waste, and only take food, everything moderately, not in or offer buy at the needed amount, eat at the needed amount, etc., etc. So what we need is, of course, very important. We improve our innovation, we improve our technology in the food production, availability, and at the same time, we also need to improve our social engineering, how to make the people aware, how to make the people understand the importance of nutrition, the importance of micronutrient, and also at the same time, how to improve their awareness on the how to preserve the resources by taking the and consuming food as what they need based on the nutrition requirement only, not at the excessive amount. And also the important thing, according to the FAO preamble, is how we can secure and improve the efficiency of the production and distribution in agricultural products. So I think these two aspects is really very relevant with what we are facing now in Indonesia. As you can see, sorry, under my previous data that I have already presented to you, those are all the things that we have to control, that we have to improve, and that we have to fix the poor situation, which is actually we have the knowledge, we have the technology. What we need to know is how we can integrate all of this knowledge. We can improve of our collaboration of the transdisciplinary expert to become one efforts to solve the very, very complex problem. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the FAO, the food system is a holistic concept that includes, as you can see here, all actors or institutions, elements, and activities related to food provision, starting from production, collection, processing, distribution, consumption, and even the management of the food waste. Originating from agriculture, forestry, or fisheries, and this is an inseparable part of the economic, social, and environmental system. Sorry. So this food system concept is, as illustrated in this figure, is the expansion of the concept of food security. So the food system concept is, of course, wider than the food security concepts. So the concept of food security tends to focus on the approach based on food production and availability, not seeing the connection with the rapid pace of changes in the recent decades, where food issues are also related to complex interaction with nutrition and health problems, environmental degradation, and also climate change challenges in the feedback loop and food production, access, and availability at the various levels. So we are now at the end of the Sustainable Development Agenda, referred to as the decade of action to accelerate the achievement of SDGs by 2030. The food system transformation agenda is one form of action to achievable sustainable development goals. The sustainable food system-based development will occur if the food system is able to produce positive contributions simultaneously to the economic, social, and environmental dimensions, as you can see in this figure that I present to you. Sustainable food system must be able to produce economic benefits, economic impact, where actors benefit from their livelihoods. Activities in the food system provide economic benefits and increase added value for all parties, such as farmers, workers, the businessmen, business actors, agribusiness actors. The government also can get the taxes and foreign exchange, for example. And the food value chain is able to provide economic benefits fairly for actors involved in this food system. And also the food system is supposed to be able to ensure the quality and justice in the distribution of economic benefits and added value, especially for the vulnerable groups in society, the one that I mentioned previously, those who are in the danger because of undernourishment, etc. Those sustainable food systems must contribute to producing socio-cultural benefits such as nutrition and health. The continuation of traditions and culture, the welfare of workers and farmers, poverty alleviation, and overcoming the problem of hunger. A sustainable food system supposed to contribute in reducing the negative impacts on food system activities, on the environmental degradation and the climate crisis. Through the food system as an entry point for preserving biodiversity, water security, soil fertility, animal and plant health, and reducing the carbon footprint. The entire food supply chain must provide neutral or positive contribution to the environment and the climate. Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting after 2 years of the United Nations Food System Summit conducted in 2021 in Rome provides an interesting illustration, as you can see in this screen here. In this illustration, The journey of food from production, harvesting, and then processing, distribution, marketing, consumption to, and even up to waste, where each stage of an important entry point in the transformation of the food system is reflected. The figure, you can see it here, the figure explains the complexity of the problem as well as at the same time, also the opportunity at the point of interventions in development. So whenever we have a problem, we always see there is opportunity to do something. The illustration explains that at each point in this food journey, it is related to various aspects, ranging from agriculture inputs, energy, water, biodiversity, environmental, and climate issues. How to direct development towards a sustainable agricultural system is basically managing change. The theory of changes, so you can see here in this figure, the theory of changes is a framework that helps identify the desired changes in a system and to map what is needed, what the focus and the stages to be taken. So the theory of changes approach will help policy planners to describe the desired changes and determine, the most effective way to develop the necessary actions. As it is proposed by the high-level panel of experts on food security and nutrition, or HLPA, in 2017, they developed a food system framework that help us to understand, as you can see in this figure, the general picture of the changes needed. The figure shows that the drivers of the food system, what the dimension of the food system are changing, and how the changes in dimension of the food system drive politics, programs, and institutional action for the purpose of achieving the SDGs target in this framework. There are feedback loops also that lead to the improvement or even worsening of the drivers of the food system. Ladies and gentlemen, in the post, so what we are doing now is, what we need now is we really have to reshape our strategy, the strategy of the Indonesian government, Indonesian scientists, and all of the colleagues that have on all of the stakeholders is it's very much invited to to have idea on how particularly Indonesia and maybe other countries also to reshape their strategy in strengthening the food system based on this, on that framework that is already proposed by the HLPE in 2017. And this is the one that we are developed here in Indonesia, that there are 7 activities out, 7 strategy that we have to reshape to be able to strengthen our food system policy in the future. And after the meeting of the United Nations Food System Summit, actually we are at IPB expert also involved in the government of Indonesian process to formulate the transformation strategy of the food system in Indonesia. Yeah. As you can see here in this figure, that the Indonesian government now has already proposed, has already formulated actually the food system transformation framework, as you can see in this figure, which is consisting of the creation of strategies and enabling conditions, framework for structural and process transformation, and the expected results of the changes in general. This framework says that the enabling condition that must access are the application of a multi-sector and multi-level approach we need also the collaborative action with inclusivity and participation, as already mentioned by Prof. Iskandar previously, and then also the mobilization of the resources and knowledge, of course. So after that, the critical point of changes in policy, innovation, funding, and governance, all four of which are interrelated to focus on areas of change such as food production, environmental and natural resources management, nutrition and health in the consumption dimension particularly, and inclusive and sustainable economic growth. If this process take place, I do believe that it will result in changes toward a healthy, equitable, resilient, and a sustainable food system, particularly in Indonesia, because this is formulated particularly for the Indonesian food system transformation. And ladies and gentlemen, since we understand that Indonesia is a very big country, and as we have so many islands, that so it's very important to make a regionalization of food system in Indonesia, and also the fiscal incentive, which is supposed to be different, and that's why we try to find the best way, the suitable ways for each areas in Indonesia, because we cannot make we cannot implement the one size fit all. So we try to develop what are the game changer, which is important for this Indonesian food system transformation. And as you can see, this is the game changer is this is what are the things that we can do, and if we are doing well in this changes, so it will have a very big impact on the Indonesian food system. So this is the green one. As the point is about what we have already discussed in Indonesian transformation system series of discussion, and this is we are agreed that this is the things that we have to do. So among them are, of course, the most important thing, particularly for the university, for example, is how to develop the R&D, how to develop the technological innovation, and also to contribute for the other game changers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my last section of the speech. So what are the role of Agromaritime 4.0, and what are the role of IPB? It is glad to tell you all of the participants in this event that IPB this year has already received a grant from the government of Indonesia together with 5 universities in Indonesia. We received approximately $12 million of USD, $12 million USD, which is mostly spent for the new equipment of the laboratory to support the Agromaritime 4.0 activities at IPB. And next year we will receive almost $4 million also to continue the program, which is expected to be continued until 2029. So with the facilities, with the new facilities, we are now equipped with very, very sophisticated equipment, and also the new laboratory building, which is just started to be built in our campus. We invite all of the faculty members, all of the researchers from not only university in Indonesia, but also from ASEAN, Asian, and even global researchers to conduct a collaboration in conducting the research at IPB. Of course, we have to develop the topics, and also the arrangement of all of the technical problem. And we are providing also all of the research center at IPB now is equipped with the rooms and also the facilities for the postdoctoral particularly from abroad, who want to doing research here at IBB. So we are very welcome to develop, to strengthen, and also to expand our collaboration. And ladies and gentlemen, all of the participants, this is a research roadmap of IBB. So this is at present 2024 to 2025. We are on the stage on the application of the smart agromaritime. So all of the activities are concentrated in this aspect. And in the future, of course, we have to strengthen our capacity for the sustainable smart agromaritime system, particularly in the area of food, energy, ecology, biomedical, and how to develop with the ways for the poverty alleviation. At the Research Center of Food, Nutrition, and Health, we have actually several research center, which is we have a SIFA Center, and we have also several what we call as Center of Excellence for the Research Center. And then also we have the faculties, range from the Faculty of Agriculture, Fisheries and Animal Sciences, up to the Faculty of Human Ecology, which are doing together, join together, doing the collaborative work to solve the problem that we have already, that I have already mentioned to you. We face so many things in the context of the food system. It is very much complex. And then we are starting from the food production. We have already developed 15 varieties for the rice, for example. Not only, as I mentioned before, that Indonesia is have a very, very diverse of agroecological agroecological zone. So we have to develop varieties, particularly for rice, as depend on the situation. We have to provide for the higher productivity at the field area with irrigation, but we have also developed for example, IPB9G is for the dry area, and also we have developed some other varieties which is suitable for the wet areas, etc., etc. And we develop our technology also for the paddy health smart detector, for the precision fertilizers, and all of this maybe will be elaborated furthermore by all of the presentation in the next session. And we have also concern on the agriculture, that regenerative agriculture. So it is very important for us to improve our technology, our knowledge, and how to increase the production without give a negative impact on the soil, on the air, and the surroundings. So we try to improve our technology to increase productivity and at the same time is also conserve the environment. And this is, I just want to say to show you a very, very fast, because the time is close to over. And then this is around this is among our technology that is developed by our researchers at IPB. How we can solve, how we can cope with the scarcity of the water, particularly in the next years when the climate change will be strongly hit the Indonesian and other countries, and the water scarcity is among the big problem that we will face in the future. So that we have to develop all of that, and we understand that the climate change also cause a new diseases for the plants, not only for the human, not only for the animals, but also for the plants. So that's we are also develop the bio-intensive technology for the rice production by developing the bioimmunization. It is developed by the Dean of Faculty of Agriculture. And yeah, this technology is able to increase almost 23% of the production by reduction the 15% of the production cost, decreasing the fertilizer usage, and also decrease the pesticide usage. And this is the other rice technology, which is a utilization of solar and biomass based energy. And then this is the social engineering that we develop in the Subang. Subang is the rice production center at the West Java Island province. So we develop what we call as a Kampung Inovasi. This is led by the Faculty of Agriculture. We are doing many things there, integrating the production technology, post-harvest technology, and others. And yeah, this is among the one that we develop, the activities that we develop there in Subang, from the increasing the efficiency of the modern rice milling unit, the mechanization for the transplanting, harvest, and harvesting. And also we put there the automatic weather situation, AWS, based on pest disease forecasting. And then we also implement the drone technology, bioimmunization, and also land fertility improvement. Okay, this is among the activities. And also, that in the fisheries areas, that for the poor people, consuming fish, particularly tilapia and catfish, is among the most prospective, because this is affordable by the consumer, and this is the cheapest way to improve the diet quality by increasing the protein intake through the cheapest food, particularly the fish, particularly tilapia and catfish. And we develop it to improve the productivity and also the resilience from the diseases. And at the Faculty of Veterinary Animal Science, we developed also the high quality of local chicken. And not only that, we have also developed the IPB premium sheep, which is have a better growing for the meat, and at the same time is also healthier because it has a lower cholesterol and fat content. And then we develop also the most Indonesian people is consuming rice. They feel do not eat yet if they do not eat rice. But we have a problem, of course, with increasing of the population, climate change. The rice production improvement is a little bit difficult sometimes. So we also develop a high protein rice analog. And the problem is if we use cassava, if we use corn, then we have a problem with the quality. So that's why improve with the composite of gluten-free flour and also protein from fish and other sources, which can be used for the rice analog, and also at the same time we can also use for the other purposes. So this is among how to combine the plant production and the blue food production to improve our diet, because as I saw you in the early in the beginning, that we have a problem in the quality. And also we have for those who have a problem in diabetic problem, and also obesity, which need to consume more fiber, etc. We have already developed so many products, as I mentioned before. And then for the last things that, yeah, IPB is open to join, to welcome all of you to do a collaborative research, particularly in the food system. We have already collaboration with many universities in Indonesia, and in the next future, we do hope that we can strengthen our collaboration with all of you in any other part of the world, European countries, of course, ASEAN countries. We have already strong collaboration, and we are not equipped with new facilities, and it will continue in the several years next. So I think it will be very fruitful if we can develop the collaboration to produce so many things that we can do to solve our food system problem. And as a closing remark, so we have so many problems, but at the same time, we have so many opportunities. So by navigating all of these things wisely, so we can unlock the greater resilience, we can improve efficiency, and we do hope that we can also improve the long-term prosperity. So the key is collaboration. Thank you very much for listening, and have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is a really comprehensive key presentations, Prof. Derajat. I really enjoy the presentations, and you have explained to us the multi-level of framework that support the food system transformations, and then you focusing on Indonesian case and bringing us to some important how the university play roles in supporting the transformation of food system and taking the IPB case. And I believe that other universities also have their own strength that can be a lesson learned for us in order to encourage or to develop more fundamental system in food system. So I would like to highlight several. This is not several. I really taken so many notes because everything is important, and I tried to relate all the points that you have raised in this speech. And starting with the global problem related to triple burdens. So this is become problems not only Indonesia, but also many countries at the globe. And Global Food Security Index has revealed how the achievement or the performance of Indonesian in food system, and we are still at the lower rank, I believe, because it's like 33rd out of 130 countries. So there are a lot of challenges that we need to address. So from the criteria or the category provided by the Global Food Security Index, this is a very important guidance for Indonesia, of course, in focusing in addressing the problems. So from the figures that you show before, that we are still having more serious problems in availability, food security and safety, and then sustainability and adaptation issue. And you also highlight important points for each category. So for example, for the availability, we have a problem of stunting and micronutrition. This becomes the major problems in Indonesia. And food quality and safety, it's related to foodborne disease outbreak. And you also mentioned that how development of halal science could be one of strategy to cope with this problem, if I understood correctly. So, and in related to sustainability and adaptation, Indonesia still have a problem also, global also has a same problem on food loss and food waste. And you show that food waste is even higher now than food loss. This is an important, very important, interesting of evidence that we have to be really aware that we are now struggling in improving technology to support the efficiency along the supply chains in order to reduce the food loss. But basically we still have problem about our behavior in consumption, that you highlighted, that how to be respectful on food. This is, I think, we are really lack on this value currently. So we can see in many events we have so much food waste, and this, I think we have to be really aware and build our awareness on how we can reduce of food waste, yeah, to be more responsible in what we consume. And also related to food loss, you mentioned also about the Indonesian as archipelagic countries, where we have challenges in transporting the food, distributing the food because of many islands that we have, and how the Agromaritime could be could provide a kind of solution in order to address these challenges. Of course, supported by the Internet of Things and digital technology and so on. And also you mentioned that at the globe that there is a framework provided by high-level panel of experts on food security and nutrition. This really a comprehensive network, and I learned that it's a very it address the from multi-level and also multi-aspect, from upstream to downstream, and this is really a big challenges for Indonesia, of course, and how to implement this framework in order to be able to transform the food security food system at the right way and an efficient way. So from this, you also mentioned, explain to us about how Indonesian developed some kind of policy framework on food system transformation. I believe this also adopt the HLPE framework, and we can see that policy governance have play important roles in this framework, but also innovations, research coming from the research centers, university. This is a really play in important roles. And Indonesian has set up some kind of several game changers, Prof. Derajat. So I think this is a very important keywords, and we really have to be able to implement this. So I noted as I just try to make it in more simple words. What are the game changers? Like promote sustainable consumption, promote technological innovation and food production and nutrition from land and marine based resources. This is important because in Agromaritime we don't only focus on mainland terrestrial area, but we also optimize our resources from the marine and from the waters. And food loss and food waste reduction, of course, this is really important. And I believe if we able to reduce our food loss and food waste, this will compensate. I mean, like the production. So I mean, like this from this efficiency, we can already feeding so many populations. And inclusive business and circular economy. This is a really also an important thing, that how we can promote the circularity and food diversification based on local resources, and then sustainable agriculture and risk management. These are keywords that I taken note from the game changers that you explained before. And importantly, that you also highlight that how university play role in promoting food system transformation. So university really have a important roles, and we are here, I believe we are here from universities, and from the case of IPB, this can be, I think, more discussion about it. I think there are many experience from other university, but from IPB, you mentioned that IPB has what we call maybe Agromaritime concept 4.0 concept that provide a framework for IPB to develop research and innovation in utilizing, optimizing the use of land and marine-based resources to support the food system transformation. And from this, of course, we need roadmap. So you also show us that the roadmap in research and innovation development based on Agromaritime. And of course, support from governments is really important, particularly in facilitating the modernize the research facilities. But also, you mentioned, you highlight also important point, that mapping research capacity and transdisciplinary work, that what we really need in order to produce useful or what we call impactful innovation. So and at the end, at the last of your presentation, you highlighted collaborations nationally, internationally. I really completely agree. Not because I'm in the global connectivity directorate, but I believe this is a very important keyword for us to really be successful in promoting the food system transformation. So thank you very much, Prof. Derajat. This is a really valuable
You're
speech, and
welcome.
I hope that all the participants here also got many insight and points that could be the inspiration for your research, and also, of course, how we can really make a more impact for the society. Thank you very much, and I think I take more times now, so I will return to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Eva, for the
Thank you.
summary. It's very, very beautiful summary.
Thank you very much to our keynote speaker, Prof. Derajat Martianto, for the informative and inspiring presentation. We truly appreciate the knowledge and perspective you have shared with us today. I would also like to thank our moderator, Dr. Eva Anggraini, for guiding this session and ensuring its success. Honorable guests, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion by the moderator signifies the conclusion of the plenary session of FiSAED 2024. Subsequently, we transition into the parallel session. All presenters and attendees are encouraged to transition to the Zoom rooms according to their selected sub-theme as scheduled. The committee has previously sent the link for its sub-theme in the final schedule and also provided in the screen. On my capacity as the master of ceremony, I extend my gratitude and take this moment to bid you farewell. Have a wonderful day. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Kampus terbaik, inspirasi, tebarkan harapan. Kampus terbaik, inovasi, wujudkan impian. Kampus terbaik, integritas, kuatkan tujuan. Kampus terbaik, beri terbaik untuk negeri, untuk dunia, umat manusia dan alam semesta. Mari bersama hadirkan masa depan dalam langkah dan pikiran agar selalu terdepan, berbekal ilmu dan jiwa pengabdian. Deras arus zaman takkan tertahan, majulah melangkah, oh majulah. Kampus terbaik, inspirasi, tebarkan harapan. Kampus kampus terbaik, inovasi, wujudkan impian. Kampus terbaik, integritas, kuatkan tujuan. Kampus terbaik, beri terbaik untuk negeri, untuk dunia, umat manusia dan alam semesta. Mari bersama hadirkan masa depan dalam langkah dan pikiran agar selalu terdepan, berbekal ilmu dan jiwa pengabdian. Deras arus zaman takkan tertahan, majulah melangkah, oh majulah. Terus berpacu dalam keunggulan, lincah pembelajar untuk kehidupan. Inilah semangat baru, tekad raih kesempatan, wujudkan kampus terbaik selamanya. Mari bersama hadirkan masa depan dalam langkah dan pikiran agar selalu terdapat, berbekal ilmu dan jiwa pengabdian. Deras arus zaman takkan tertahan, majulah melangkah. Mari bersama hadirkan masa depan dalam langkah dan pikiran agar selalu terdepan, berbekal ilmu dan jiwa pengabdian. Deras arus zaman takkan tertahan, majulah melangkah, oh majulah. Wujudkan kampus terbaik selamanya. Wujudkan kampus terbaik selamanya. Wujudkan kampus terbaik selamanya. Wujudkan kampus terbaik Selamat datang di IPB University, kampus hijau penuh prestasi, dinamis dan penuh karya, unggul akademik dan risetnya.
Ayo masuki IPB, kampus terbaik penuh inovasi, berintegritas dan menginspirasi. Tunggu apa lagi? Ayo masuk IPB.
Beragam fakultasnya, asri dan jauh lingkungannya. 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go! Welcome to IPB University Bogor, lokasinya teduh suasananya, bertemu teman dari seluruh Nusantara, Jawa, Sumatera hingga Papua. Kita bersama raih asa seluasnya, gapai cita bersama banggakan orang tua. Yo, we are here to get call us into the nation. Satu IPB untuk satu nation. Haha, come on. Berpadu satu raih asa, bersama